This is Chuck Reynolds, and if you saw one of my short videos before, you'll see that this was one of our scrapped items. I thought it wouldn't be worth much, and I took one of these curler thingies apart that women used to use in their hair. And I smashed it because it felt heavy, and we got this out. And although it looks like it's copper on that side, it looks like it might be brass on that side, I ground it here. And it's silver and it made sparks, so I'm going to say it's stainless. And besides that, what we got was over here just a little bit farther. Let me zoom for you. Over right there by the side cutters. The inside of this is all brass pin, brass ends. We got that. Plus we got this insulated wire that has to be almost 3 feet long. So I was just going to throw that all away, but now that I've got that, I think I'm not going to. So we're going to get after these. There was 12 of them, and I destroyed the one. And we do have a cord here. I've got to get out of here yet, and I'm not sure what's under here. That once I get it apart, we'll find out. So I think we'll take one of these and do like I did the last time. Beat it with a hammer on an anvil, and that kind of takes care of it. I think I'm too far away for you to see, but let's try it. Well, where that hammer is the anvil. And that ought to be pretty good. A pair of pliers and a rag, and we're set to go. Okay. And a friend of mine who's a scrapper, his channel name is Scrap It All. This is what he does. And I never used to do this before, but you don't put a rag on here, you get shrapnel all over the shop. So, and that pretty much takes care of that. So anyhow, we did break it. And that's kind of what you get. A lot of little pieces. So that is this. And these are just ends on it, wire ends. And we'll get that pin out. You can see in here there's a little pin here. And this all comes out as one piece. I put it on the anvil and drive that out. And then here, that's that sharp. We can do this. Now let's see. Some more pieces. So there that is. There that is, and here this is. They come apart pretty quick. You get a lot of junk. Whoops, that ain't junk. There's another one of those. Not exactly sure how I'm going to put that in my stainless can, but we'll give it a try. Alright, I'll be back. I'm going to go knock this out of the center, and I'll show you that that's brass. Alright guys, so I drove that center out. So now all we got here is a hole in that plastic, just like the other one. Right there. And here's the center. We got to mess with this a little bit to get it. That's all brass. Trying to be careful here because it's really sharp. I might have to take this back to the anvil to get this other piece off. There we go. There he is. Any of these one things by itself isn't much. The insulated wire is 2/10 of an ounce, as is this much brass is 2/10, but you multiply it by 12 and you're into the ounces. So it's worthwhile to do this, so I'm going to continue on. Be back. So I just timed it to go from this to this with the two ends, the jacket and the pin, and have the wire out that's over here. I guess you can see that wire, can't you, right there? To have that out, it was 2 minutes. So it's well worth the effort to go ahead and bust these up and get what's in them out of them. Be back. The piles are growing. We got the stainless here stuff. Another side. These are already done. This is all the brass. Remember, that was 2/10 each, so we should get about, I wish I could figure it out. It's too hot in here for me to figure it out. Anyhow, we're down to, let's see, what do we got over here? We got 5 left. Okay, that's a good thing. All right, guys, we're done, except for the lower ones. This is all the stainless, all the trash, the brass, and the insulated wires over there. So, it probably took 6 minutes or so. All right, be back. So now we know there's 2 ounces of brass on the scale. So we know that the insulated wire over there is also 2/10. So it'll be the same. It'll be 2 ounces. All right, that's it for the top. Now we're ready for the bottom on another day. I couldn't stand it. I had to open this thing up. I haven't had it opened yet. You're going to be the first to see if I can get it open. Why isn't that special? These are some kind of regulators for each individual curler. All right, that's it for me. Be back. And you didn't hear a word I was saying because I didn't have the mic on. Isn't that special? Okay, anyhow, we had rain last night, and it's monsoon again, so it's much cooler. It was 51 this morning, and it was like 90 in the shop yesterday when I quit. I don't think I can get these out of here this way, so anyhow, trying to figure out how to do these. Let's see, let's try this. I guess these aren't made to come out, huh? I would guess that that's little pieces of brass there. Okay, I've got to get these 2 screws out, get this wire out of here. So this is all insulated wire, and then we'll go from there. Be back. All right, guys, so this is what I've decided to do. These things are here, and that's all what's left of the little circuit boards. But you see these here, these are copper, which was a surprise. I wouldn't think they would be, but they are. So what we're going to do with these, and I've already done a few, so as you do that, you bend this down. Now I'm not going to get it all, but I'll get some of it. And do the same on the other side. There's nothing easy about this whole thing. There it is. So, there that is, that's garbage. So, here, this is brass. Not a lot, this is out of the plug, and I don't remember where those come from, but these are all copper out of these. And we had one little surprise here, is this here. Oh, this stuff's just in my way, isn't it? And if you look real close at that, I can't hardly see that. If you look real close, this is a MOSFET, which is a field effect transistor, and we're going to take him off of here. It shouldn't be hard. I've got a whole bucket full of that stuff, so that is, we'll get these out of here, pull that switch, and we're done. So I got this little bit of pile of insulated wire. I'm probably too far away from it now. You can't see that, so we'll go here. This red and black here. That little pile there. Then all of these will have the copper ends on them. And then we'll throw it away. Be back. Alright guys, so this is kind of micro scrapping. When you take all these little things out, like this over here, this is all copper here now, and this is a little bit of brass, and this is more of the stainless, I think. This is steel, and this is some more insulated wire, but it's such a little amount, you've got to get a lot. So I do a lot of this kind of stuff, so it's worthwhile for me to do it. This is trash. This whole piece here, that's all trash. This may be trash or just going with some steel. And got this breathing device apart. There was 4 screws holding the back cover on and a plug here that I couldn't get out, so I don't know why that's that way. So now we got this. So this has to be like a vacuum pump, because if it's a breathing device, you know, it's pulling air in and pushing through it, I guess. So if you're going to do this kind of work, guys, and you don't have a set of these, that's one of the best tools I've ever bought, and they're relatively inexpensive on Amazon. And you can see them right there. They're all Torx. And they fit my rigid impact driver. Just like that. Like I said, they're indispensable in all this kind of stuff. That's what looks like castable test cap. And these, I'm sure, are steel. We'll take them for steel. Just because you get so much for steel, you know, 4.5 cents a pound. Can't afford to leave anything behind. Now that's 2 I've lost. Okay, so that's junk. That's good. So this is what we got here. This could be, and then maybe not. By golly, that's copper. How about that? Wow, copper windings. I'm amazed. Okay. So this is junk also, that's junk, that's junk. I'm thinking this is cast aluminum here, I'm not sure. So if it's zinc, it'll turn black. If it's not, it's cast aluminum. Oops. This is copper sulfate. That looks like zinc to me. It's black. Let's see what our rod is here. Zinc, zinc. Okay, so they're both zinc. They can go into zinc. This, I believe, was zinc also. So let's see for sure. Well, that's not zinc. Nope, that's cast aluminum. All right, so that tested. The big stuff is zinc, and the little stuff was cast aluminum. Be back. Try to get this field winding off of here. This is a 1/4 inch. And there we go. There's always one. That's interesting. I know that's 1/4. Let's see if I got a 6 point instead of a 12 point, and I'll be back. Sockets, and I got that pulled out. So they're all free, so I should be able to get that coil out. I might have to pull the, so it went, like I said, just a screwdriver part apart. I'm really shocked because the bearings in this were set in this rubber, which is not good. So these are either cast aluminum or zinc, and we're going to test it. And what I have in this bottle, if you look, I know it says Windex on it, but it's not Windex. This is Zep Root Killer, which is copper sulfate. You get it at Home Depot, and it'll tell you right there, that's zinc. That'd be zinc. So this probably is. And that is. If it turns black, it's zinc. If it doesn't, it's probably cast aluminum. Guys, if you've seen one of my last videos, I showed how to take these apart, this type of motor, this type of winding. Now this is a big core, so I may have to switch to a bar, but typically you can do that and it's done. Huh? How was that? Pretty spectacular, huh? So the core is still in there, up here. This is part of the iron core that's movable from here, and we still got the copper here yet, so we'll just cut that and get that off. Break this plastic and get the coil all by itself. Be back. So there's my core laminations here, and this is the coil, and this is really simple, just like that, and that's out. So now we got both out, and all we got left is this plastic, which I already broke some of it, you can see there. So we break that, and I've got a copper coil, and we'll get the rest of it out of the rest of the core. That's a nice core, man. That is really heavy. That's a good one. So anyhow, that's it for now. I'll be back and show you some copper. Alright guys, so I almost got the tape off. I just cut it, and it's got a little insulating sleeve on it for this little, it's probably a thermistor or something like that, so they can monitor temperature in it. So it just pulls that plastic out of the inside, and you've got a solid copper. I mean, it's probably, I'm guessing, number 2, just because it's pretty small wire yet. But that's okay. I'll take it. I just unwind all this, and There's the plastic off, and here's the copper. That's it. Nice bunch of copper. I'm going to go throw it on the scale real quick and see what it weighs. Alright guys, 5.2 ounces of bare copper. And this will be number 2 after I looked at it. It's too small, it's less than 16, so there it is. There this is. So both those things are over now. The curlers and the breathing apparatus, not for CPAP, I guess it's an old CPAP machine, but got a lot of copper out of this one. We got the cord for insulated wire, and we got this bare for number 2 bare. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Come back again. Give it a good comment. Thanks for watching. If you're going out or you're trying to do this stuff, be careful. Everything you do is sharp and it'll hurt you. So be safe, stay blessed. See you on the next one.